So whenever I'm working on a fabric that tends to fray a lot on the edges, like this brocade or a satin, I always make sure to use a pinking shears to cut out the pattern pieces. And the pinking shears has this sort of serrated blade, kind of like those craft scissors you used when you were a kid, and it cuts a serrated edge. And essentially that serrated edge helps to stop any of the long fibers from pulling out of the fabric, which significantly cuts down on that frayed mess that happens. This is also a really convenient way to finish an edge if you don't have like a serger, for the same reason. It'll prevent that kind of fraying from happening. Back before sergers, this is how people did that with a couple of other things, but this was the most common. If you've got like a sewing kit from your grandma, I can almost guarantee she probably has one of these in there. It may need to be sharpened up. Like I think I've got my grandma somewhere around here that I want to bring in, because it is dull and doesn't cut anything anymore. But you can usually find these at most places that sell sewing shears, and they're 10-15 bucks for a cheap pair. This is just a cheap one, and then the nicer ones are really nice, so they come with a nice price tag, but they will last you a lot longer than something like this. But it is definitely worth the investment to get one, especially if you tend to work in those really fray like fabrics. And as I'm cutting, you can kind of see I'm just trying to get it so the very edge of the blade is right up next to my fabric piece, and then I can use that inner corner as my edge for when I'm doing my seam allowance.